Hi guys, today we'll talk about the life in Russia. It's Ricardo from Mexico. So watch this if you want to learn something about Russia.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Me llamo Ricardo, soy de México y mi amigo Kirill me está invitando a hacer una entrevista acerca de mi vida en Rusia, cómo llegué acá y varios temas que vamos a ver más adelante.
Can you tell me your story? Why did you choose exactly Russia but not an English-speaking country?
Okay.
And can you tell it in details?
In details. It was a long story because I arrived here 2 years ago. I arrived here because maybe it will be sound like a little bit strange, but I came here because in the first time I wanted to enroll in the army.
So you wanted to be in the Russian army?
In the Russian army. So the embassy, I was talking with the embassy about that, and they said me, no, okay, that you can enroll in the army, but you need to, first of all, you need to learn Russian language. And then after that, you can present your, I don't know, some letter, or you can write that you can join in the army, and then we can make you a test and some medical tests, and then you can enroll in the army. So it was my dream in the first time to enroll in the army.
And then the question is, why is a Russian army but not a Mexican?
Good point. But I am going to say that why Russian army? Because when I was in Mexico, I met one girl. She's from Chelyabinsk.
From Russia.
I think it was when I had 17 years old. And at that time when I met her, we was talking about Mexico and Russian culture. And I think that 2 or 3 months after that, it was the FIFA World Cup, and we start to say, Russian, and something about some juegos, plays, some sports. And at that time, we started to share cultural things, and at that time, I saw so many Latin American and foreign people in Russia. So I said, why no? Why I'm not in this place? Because I met that girl, and I was in Mexico, no, saying seeing for myself how was the FIFA World Cup, but I was in Mexico. So at that time, I was working every morning, doing some works, and okay, at that time I was a little bit young, and I don't know why, but she and me, we said, okay, we can be like boyfriend and girlfriend. And I said, okay, no problem, no. And at that time, I said you that I was working, and then the COVID start, so I couldn't travel to Moscow. So it was 1 year for me to still working and earn money and planning so many details about that trip. So one day I said, okay, I have two options. So I can ingress to the army in Mexico. I can ingress to in the university, or I can go to Moscow and see what happened. So I decided to one day to buy the tickets, talk with my family, and travel to Moscow.
The next question, where are you studying? What are you studying? Tell me something about your program.
I am studying in the financial university. That university is near to Metro Airport. And I am in the second course, and I am studying cybersecurity in Russian program. Sometimes the people that we are from another countries, we think that, especially Russia and Balkan countries, we think that it's a little bit dangerous because we grown up with the TV that they saw that Russian people they do you know that they drink vodka and they
Yeah, yeah. Tell me
fight.
about stereotypes. What you like before coming to Russia? What stereotypes did you have?
What
And
age?
yeah, yeah, what they showed you in TV. Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I think before to arrive here that maybe Moscow it will be safer than Mexico, because especially Mexico is a country that's so very dangerous, and maybe some people from Latin America say that if you survived another country, you can. If you survive in your own country, you can survive in any country, no? And it's something interesting because I have Russian friends and they say, no, sometimes there are some places that is not so safe. And they say, no, you don't need to go to some regions that they say, I forgot some places, but they,
It's in Moscow.
in Moscow, it's Chertanovo and these places.
There are some dangerous places.
Some dangerous places, but I don't know. Sometimes Russians think that dangerous places is to meet some alcoholic people or some guys that want to fight with you, and that's all. Obviously, there are crime in all the country and in all the planet, but here no. Here is a safe country, safe city. You can live to your house. You can go to the clubs in the center. You can walk. You can dress so good, and I think that you are not going to have any problems. Maybe the only problems that you are going to have is maybe you are going to meet some alcoholic people or
On the streets, yeah.
on the streets, or maybe some people wants to fight with you because they think, oh, especially for me, they say, oh, Mexico, Canelo, and the boxer fighter, and that things, no? But I say,
Was it like a joke or they really wanted to?
no, sometimes it's a joke, but I don't know. Sometimes not, but for me it's a joke, no? Because I say, Canelo, and that things, no? But sometimes it's funny for me, no? I don't came here to fight, no, with people, no, in the streets. But we can say that Moscow is safe.
Okay, you said something that Russians they don't smile a lot. But from your experience, are Russians friendly? What can you say about it?
Well, we can say that each country they have their own way to be happy. For example, maybe for all from people that we are not from Russia or we don't speak Russian language, we think that they are sad or they are not friendly, but they are like an onion sometimes. For example, sometimes if you don't know some people, maybe in the metro or in the university, maybe they are going to do like, no, no, don't talk with me. But sometimes they do like this because they don't know how to behave, or they don't know how to express with some foreign people, even in English or
And they don't
Latin.
know how to speak with strangers.
The strangers. They don't know how to, or they sometimes they don't want to have more problems, because sometimes the people in Moscow they have a lot of stress in their lives. They, I don't know why, but they stress so fast.
For example, right now if you go outside, every time you walk, you have a stress because it's cold.
It's cold maybe, but for me especially it's exotic, because in my cities I am used to have maybe plus 25, plus 35, and always it's hot in my city. Always.
So how do you feel about the weather?
Now the weather is snowy, but for me it's fresh. I like this weather.
It's okay for you.
For me it's good, but the only thing that I don't like is that sometimes at that time it's night so early, and I am used to get more sun.
To get more sun.
More sun.
Like yeah, at 5 it's already dark
And
outside. Yeah.
that things sometimes I don't like. But sometimes in Mexico we have the sunset sometimes at 6.5, maybe 7, and sometimes it's okay, no. But in summer here is very good, the best time.
Yeah, by the way, in summer, uh, the sun rises at 4:30, and it like how to say this? It's getting dark at 9, 10, 11. Remember, yeah.
And especially some guys that came here on summer, sometimes the people start to dance in Gorky Park, and they make salsa and bachatas parties, and for me, I feel like in a little Iceland, a little part from Latin America in that place. For me,
Yeah, you feel like you're in Latin America. Yeah, a Latin American vibe. In
a little bit,
Park.
but not sometimes Latin American. Maybe like because there are guys from Africa too, and they sometimes makes this vibe more interesting because they mix
Yeah, their own styles. Kizomba, yeah.
that things, and sometimes it's like Latin America, but mixed with Africa sometimes, and that things. But I don't know why, but I only saw that kind of dances. I didn't saw, I don't know, Russian dances, no, like the people say lesginka, or that things. I don't know why, and it will be interesting for me to see
How Russians that traditional, our
Traditional
traditional
dances.
style of dancing.
For me, it will be interesting, but
Look, very soon there will be Masleniца from the 5th of March till the 11th. So people will dance this traditional style.
really?
You will see it
Where in Gorky Park or where?
everywhere.
Everywhere.
I'll just show you. As I know, you talk with a lot of people, so you have a lot of experience. Are people here racist? And did you face any racism in Russia?
And about that, we can say that I had only one bad experience, but it was not with Russian people. It was from, I don't know, people from Turkey. I didn't remember, but it was in the center, and it was only like a short conversation. But in general, I think that the people here they are not friendly, but they are not going to to say in the streets like, oh, where are you from, and go out to here and come back to your country. No, it's not like that. But we can say that if you don't have any problems with Russian people, you are not going to have any problems with anyone. So you can be like normal, no? Like doing your business here, working, make the bread. You can study if you study, and normal, no? Because maybe the Russian people think that if you are foreign people, they think that you want to I don't know to I don't know
Like you are a spy, or I know.
maybe not like a spy, but maybe they think that you want to take all the girls from Russian people, and they sometimes get angry, or sometimes they think that you are going to make some
Money. Or
bad money because they are used that from people from Caucasus people they came here to like illegal. And
migrants. Migrants.
so sometimes the people they think that you are like them, like came here without papers and trying to do something illegal.
They expected.
They expect it, and sometimes it's true. But we, especially foreign people from America or Europe, we came here to work, but like sometimes we get only underground works because the Russian system sometimes is made only from Russian people or people who knows Russian language. So if you don't know Russian language, it's difficult because what are you going to do? So sometimes there are another options, but it's like underground options. But it doesn't mean that it's sometimes illegal.
What are your favorite places here in Moscow that you visit very often?
Okay, I think that I have maybe three favorite places. One of them is on Gorky Park that I like so much. The other place is I don't remember the name, but it's one place near to Metro Dynamo, and that place
Area
is
Park.
no, it's I don't know what one friend invited me there. It's like some university, but the campus is like American style. They have their own soccer,
Football pitch and so on.
that thing, and it's the most beautiful place on. I don't know. It's like a residence, like in USA. And maybe the other place is maybe in the center, near to Lubyanka and Kitaygorod.
And what's more is that what are your favorite clubs? As you're
My
a
favorite
legend,
clubs?
for sure you like to go to the parties.
There are so many clubs. I visited a few clubs, but I like Asagabe. Sometimes I like Pancho Villa, and we can say that I like. There are another Russian club. The name is BC or EC, something like that. Because why? Because there are sometimes another clubs that they play a lot of techno music or that kind of music. So I don't know how to dance. So I don't. It doesn't mean that I don't know how to dance. I mean that the mood in general, the people doesn't want to dance, and sometimes they only jump and drink, and that's all.
It's the style of dancing. Yeah,
So-
they are high, actually.
So how are you going to dance like this? Like
Yeah, actually.
sometimes it's not possible.
It was the same with me. People who dance, these generally they are high. They are very drunk or high. So when they hear this music, they like. Will you recommend to study or visit Russia?
Okay, I can say that I recommend to study Russia. Why? Because you can get experience. You are not now in your home, so now you are going to start one process, like you are going to modulate from yourself. You are going to start like in the zero, and you are going to start doing some basic things like making your own food, the basic things. And we can say that if you want to, the first thing that you need to came here is that you need to learn a little bit Russian, the basic. And if you want to apply at some university, you can apply, but you need to be person that is the system is hard. You need to study a lot and study a lot.
Yeah, just be hardworking. Yeah.
Hardworking.
And also you can learn some culture, Russian culture, discover.
That's a good point, because maybe you can meet here, especially in Moscow, not only Russian people, a lot of people from Africa, Latin America, China, and other cultures.
Thank you for your time. It was nice talking. Hope that people will watch it and learn something from it. Can you say something in Spanish? Just a message to Latins. I know.
Ok, si me están viendo y piensan venir a Rusia, yo les diría que piensen, tomen una buena decisión y después se animen a venir. Sería todo.